Hi there, this is Max from Iridescent Color, and today I want to present to you my new free Bleach Bypass DCTL. If you're not familiar with the Bleach Bypass look, it's originally a film technique, but the defining characteristics are a very strong level of contrast and a desaturation of our colors. And with this DCTL, we are able to dial in this effect very quickly while also getting a lot of flexibility in terms of how we shape the details of this look. So let's get started and have a look at all the different options that we have in this DCTL. The strength slider obviously determines the overall strength of the effect, and the increase of contrast and the decrease of saturation are coupled together in this one slider. So if we bring this up, we immediately see that we get this bleach bypass effect, and we can get anything from a subtle bleach bypass effect to a very strong and bold look. And as you might be able to tell, we're not just getting a linear increase in contrast, but we're getting this nice filmic S-curve that we can also see here in the curve overlay with a compression in the toe and a highlight roll-off. And that allows us to retain a lot of detail even if we push the contrast very far. And even though this toe is very crunchy, it doesn't feel like we're just crashing into the floor, but instead we get this roll-off that makes it feel very filmic and very natural. And we can use this compression slider here, and that will soften that toe a little bit, but also bring down the peak highlights and soften out that shoulder so that we get a very strong effect, but we can just retain a little bit more detail in the top and bottom. And if we want that strong look, but we still feel like we're losing too much shadow detail, there's another slider that we have, which is called Fill. And with this slider, we almost get this kind of scooped low end where we can dig out a lot of the details in the toe and leave it relatively linear just until the very deepest blacks when we get this crunchy roll-off. And with a bleach bypass look like this, it can sometimes be beneficial to push more of our image into the toe to get an even gloomier feel, especially for these kind of horror movie themed shots. So I can use the pivot control and push this to the right up to one stop. And now we're really pushing our image into the toe, and you can see the dynamic response of this curve overall. And that can help us get this overall very moody feel. Of course, this will bias our middle exposure. But in this case, this might be what we want, because this gives us a very strong, beautiful effect. We can see this on a normal test shot like this as well. We really get a very gloomy and beautiful atmosphere. And the last slider we have is this highlight Desat slider. And I find this is a really beneficial complementary effect in a bleach bypass look like this, because it can help us cool off the highlights, especially in the skin tones. If I zoom in and then just increase the high Desat, you can really see how we're cooling off these highlights in the skin, and that can help us create a sense of even more contrast, especially in the skin. Yeah, and that was just a quick overview of the tool. There's another couple of before and after shots of just the bleach bypass DCTL to show you how powerful this is in shaping your image and really imparting a lot of character onto your look. As I said, this tool is completely free. You can just head over to Ko-fi and pick it up. If you like what I do and you would like to support me, you can leave a small donation. If you can't, that's totally fine. The tool is free and you can use it on any project that you want. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. I hope you enjoy the tool, and I'll see you again very, very soon.